And this is tea, by the way.
That
right?
is tea, yeah. No one knows it.
This is the first official announcement.
This is exclusive.
Hey Bradley, welcome to Celebrity, the show where we spill the tea on your career, all while enjoying a delicious cup of tea. Please explain to me how you make the perfect cup of tea.
So this is quite a recent thing I've been doing.
Okay.
Marisha taught me this. So you go with the milk.
Milk in first.
Milk in first.
That's controversial, you know.
I know. Trust me. Because I like my teas milky.
Do you?
Let's go like a shot or something.
Okay. So especially good for extra milky tea like this. We're using Arla B.O.B skim milk,
Yes.
which is fat-free skim milk that tastes like semi-skimmed. So you get all of the flavor and none of the fat.
100%. Let it brew for a little bit.
I'm so ready to try it. This looks amazing.
It is good. It does look good.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, that's nice.
That is good, isn't it?
That could be a game changer for
I
me.
know,
you
I know.
And no fat.
No
Thanks,
fat.
Arla B.O.B. As an American, I find tea culture fascinating, right? Brits love tea. And I think the perfect time to have a cup of tea is when celebrating an engagement.
Oh yes,
So
cheers
to you again.
Thank you.
Did you know the proposal was coming or did it take you by surprise?
I kind of had inklings. Like my best friend and his best friend came to watch me run half the marathon, but she got there at the finish line and she lives up north, so she lives near Leeds. And then we dropped her at the airport that morning for her to get the train home.
Oh.
And she was actually on my flight in Italy as well. But yeah, little moments like that, I was like, maybe it is happening, maybe it's not. Why are we going to Italy? So random.
And the pictures are so cute. And like, once you posted it on social media, the pictures were everywhere.
Yeah.
Did it surprise you how much the media picked it up?
How quickly they picked up.
Yeah.
3 minutes, I think it was the Mirror that posted it first.
Jesus.
3 minutes after I put it on my Instagram. My neighbor was messaging us. It was like, oh, I've just seen in the Sun that you're engaged. And I was like, oh, okay, I haven't told my mum yet.
Yeah. Well, if you need a wedding officiant, I've officiated 2 weddings so far, and I'm doing my 3rd next year. So
You'll be
I'll
there.
even be free of charge. So just let me know if you need me.
100%.
I feel like it wasn't that long ago when celebrities maybe couldn't be so open about who they were or their love interests. And I think people can see the joy you exude and the happiness you bring out because you are your true self. Where does that joy come from? Is that something you've always kind of have had?
I think I lost it for a long time. I think it was when I was just so sad. I think it was just at that moment, it was just like, where the hell has Bradley gone type thing. It was like, my family started noticing, they kept always asking, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I felt like I was ashamed and scared to speak to them about it. So it was all me and just me speaking with myself, basically. When that moment happened, when I was just like, oh, this is who I am, everyone see me for who I am type thing, I've just mentally like been more positive and just had more fun with life, I think.
I think it's an important message for everyone to remember. And I also think we're very fortunate to have shows like Heartstopper that allow people to feel represented. Why do you think Heartstopper is kind of breaking ground when it comes to TV?
I think a lot of people, all they want is to feel seen and be seen and understood. It makes you understand yourself more, and I think it makes you feel like you can do what you want to do type thing.
Yeah, I totally agree, because shows when I was younger, like Will and Grace, I didn't relate to any of the gay characters on that show. So I was like, well, I'm not gay because I'm not them. I had like 2 people to choose between. I was like, I don't connect with either of them.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's a show called Heartbreak High, and there's a character called Queenie in it who's autistic. That character was a big moment for me to be like, oh, I want to talk about me being autistic to other people.
Yeah.
Because I think there's not a lot of positive representation about autism and neurodivergency.
So you were just a character in, an extra in season 1?
Yeah, I had like 1 line in season 1, and then I was obviously studying and stuff like that, and then I got a random email one day saying, oh, can you come in tomorrow to audition for a new character called James? And I was like, okay. And it was kind of wild that they like remembered me from that 1 line like a year back type thing.
So season 1, you're not credited as James.
No, I was credited as Student 3.
Student 3,
Yeah.
From Student 3 to a series regular. So what advice would you give to people like from that story alone?
Just get involved. I think that's the big thing I learned. It's like, you just want to get your name there and like meet people, and like I nearly didn't do the 1 line as well because I didn't want to miss a day of college because I was very like, I need to do this college, this is what I'm doing. And Mum was like, just do it, we'll pretend you're ill, just go for it.
Love.
And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be sat here, do you get what I mean?
So moving on to Celebrity Big Brother.
Yes.
What was that like?
I was so scared to go in, and then I made these connections. I just had the best time. I didn't want to leave. I wish I was still in there.
Yeah.
This is a bit tea actually. We all played a big game of traitors. Like I think we did it probably like once a day maybe, but obviously that wasn't shown because obviously the BBC and the ITV type thing, you can't they probably just didn't want to show it. But we did that, and then we actually did a big game, or not game, but a big competition of Strictly. And I was partnered with Sharon. So I think that's the video that when we're dancing together, me and Sharon, and then Louis and Nikita were the judges.
Love.
Yeah, we all got along really well as well.
And obviously, Sharon Osbourne was such an iconic housemate this time around. Did she know that she was on TV?
She did. Louis didn't.
Got it.
She invited Louis into her bed, like into her lair, her room type thing.
Her lair.
That's what it was called, Sharon's lair. And Louis didn't know that there was no cameras in her room as well. So her and Louis are just apparently lying on the bed, just like picking up everyone. Yeah.
Everyone.
But yeah, them two together were trouble, 100%.
I think you being on Celebrity Big Brother as yourself, not as a character, but as you.
Yeah.
Did you have any positive feedback from other people, say with autism?
It's refreshing. I think that's a lot of word I get. It's refreshing to see me just be open and honest about myself type thing.
And I saw another interview you did where you talked about stimming, is it? So yeah, can you explain that to me?
Everyone's stim's different. Every different autistic people stim differently. So I clap my hands together, I kind of pull my legs out. And yeah, on the episode where I was getting evicted, when I came out, I saw loads of people tweeting like, we've just seen stimming on one of the biggest shows type thing. And me seeing that, I was like, I didn't realise I was even stimming, but it was just one of those moments. It was like, that would make young Bradley proud, because I was so embarrassed, especially in school, to stim and be myself. So I think that was a big moment. It was like, oh my God, like, I would be very proud of myself there.
And I also hear you're working on a new exciting project with someone else from the Big Brother house.
Yes.
What can you tell us about that?
It's a new project with Zizi, which is kind of like, we got along in the house, but we're so different. Like, she's very, like, cool, collective.
You're saying you're not cool.
No, I'm not cool at all. I'll say that.
You are.
But yeah, like we're very different, but we get along really well, which is really nice. The project is a series called Work, Get Hired, Not Fired, and we basically do loads of different jobs. So our first one, we're working on a farm, and then we either get fired or hired.
Nice.
And the person who gets fired gets a forfeit for the show.
TV, reality TV. Author. You're also a published author. Like, what don't you do? You've done more than I have, and you are significantly younger than me. It's not fair. But yeah, what do you want audiences to take away from your book?
It's basically a book about growing up autistic, and I was told when I was 9 that I wouldn't be able to live by myself, I wouldn't be able to have a job. But as soon as someone says, I get you, that is one of the biggest reliefs that you can get. So I think that's the main reason why I wrote a teaching tool for people who don't understand neurodiversity as much as other people. Obviously, a lot of autistic and neurodivergent people have read it, but a lot of people who are coming forward saying how helpful it was is like teachers and parents and siblings, and because at the end of the day it is, if you understand yourself, great, but if other people don't understand you, that can impact you as a person quite a lot.
So Heartstopper started out as a book and then turned into a series. Have we had conversations with Netflix about a show?
I actually haven't. I should. It's one of those moments because it was like I wrote it and then it was like, oh, it's out there, and it didn't feel like it was real. But now it's had so much positive feedback. So 100% I would love to do a series or even a film or something like that. But you may have heard it here first, who knows?
A different kind of superpower. Streaming soon.
I know,
I
fingers
hope.
crossed.
That would be amazing. I would love to see that happen. I like to end my interviews with one little bit of gratitude. So I'm curious to know, Bradley, in this moment, what is something you're grateful for?
I think my family and friends. My mum, my dad, my sister, my partner, my best friends, everyone. Like, all my support network, that's what I'm going to say. They never judge what I do. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And they're like, okay, whatever you think's best. And then support me endlessly. I've got so much to be grateful for. And for this moment. And Arla milk.
Well, it's funny you say that because I've always wanted to do celebrity interviews. So I'm grateful that I get to sit down with people like you and have these conversations and live my dream as well. So
we're both living our dreams. So have a cup of tea.
So cheers to that. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for
Lovely
having me.
speaking to you.